Cool. Okay, we're recording. Welcome, guys. Thanks for jumping on really quick tonight, because I know it's not always easy, and this is kind of last minute. But like I was just talking to you guys before I started hitting record, I really wanted to share this quick, just 15-minute tip with you guys, because I realized that as the more people I've been talking to getting started in this business, they get really, really nervous about knowing what to say to people. They get this like weird fear in their heart of just being shy, being kind of an introvert. And some people struggle with this more than others. Truthfully, I'm kind of one of those people. All growing up, like I was afraid to say hi to people because I was worried about if they didn't want me to say hi to them. I remember my mom coaching me through that in high school because it struck a lot of fear in me when I was a little kid, just growing up shy. And that happens a lot in network marketing, is that we're not sure what to say to people. So we're going to talk about a tip today that any shy, kind of a little bit more introverted person can talk about, because when it comes to network marketing, unfortunately, we have to talk to people. That's all there is to it. If you don't talk to anyone, your business isn't going to grow. That is what we're doing, is talking to people. So a skill that can completely change all of that for you guys is one that Dale Carnegie talks about. If you guys have read his book, it just hit my mind, How to Win Friends and Influence People. I can see all your faces. Raise your hands if you've read it. It's a good one. It's an old one that's been around for a while, but seriously, I had it on Audible, and when I would drive up to Salt Lake, that's when I would play it. But he has this great tip that if you want to get people to like you, if you want to be known as the best conversationalist in the entire world, all you have to do is talk to someone about their favorite topic, which is, what do you guys think? Themselves, right? People love to talk about themselves, and it's not necessarily in a narcissistic way. It's just we like to talk about what we know, and we know about ourselves, how we're feeling, what's going on in life. So because we know this, when you sit down to talk about someone, ask questions, be interested in them, get to know them, genuinely care about them. Because this is the cool thing that can happen for anyone that's shy. You can ask people questions about themselves. In fact, it's kind of interesting when you do this. I've done this to people on planes before. They start talking about themselves, and I don't have to do any of the talking at all, really. Because I keep asking questions, we keep digging in deeper, I start to genuinely get to know them. But this is a cool part that usually tends up happening, is that, guess what? Sometimes they turn back to you and ask about you. So that's one of the tips. If you are super shy, you're not quite sure how to talk to people, start just talking to people about themselves, asking what they do, all this good information. And it's interesting how the conversation's naturally going to turn back around, and they're going to ask you what you do. So this is where the skill really comes into place. And truthfully, this is a skill that really froze me for a while, because what do you say? When someone asks you, what do you you kind of pull out the, well, I kind of, sort of, like, sell oils, but I mean, like, I mostly just give them to people because, like, I really want to help them, and I just want to, like, love the world, and so if you want, like, I kind of have some. Or are you the opposite? And we have some people on our team that are the exact opposite. When finally someone asks them, what do? They just word vomit all over them, and they can't help it, and they start telling about co-impact sourcing and pulling out their oils and trying to put it on them, and they start talking about the business with them, and all they asked is what you did. They didn't ask anything more than that. So this is a skill that you need to learn what to say, so it's natural, so you have a plan, so you're not nervous. And this skill set is what you guys need to do, is write out exactly what you're going to say when someone asks what you do. What do you do for work? One of my favorite ones that I've heard someone talk about is when someone asks me, what do you do for work? And obviously I'm going to adapt this to who I'm talking to, male, female, moms, health coaches, whoever I may be talking to at the moment. But in general, I teach women all over the globe how to use natural remedies, primarily using essential oils. Have you heard of essential oils before? That's it. Do you guys think that you could write something down 2 sentences long? The biggest thing is to end with is, have you heard about essential oils before? And they may say yes, they may say no, they may say they hate them. Well, perfect. No problem. You know where to go from there. They may say, oh, I've kind of heard about them, but I don't know much. What a cool conversation opener, and it was natural, and it didn't feel weird, and you didn't feel pushy or like you were trying to push your agenda on someone else, because you were genuinely caring about that person. You were getting to know them, and the conversation naturally came back to you. Something to think about, you know, sometimes when you're talking to someone and you're naturally asking them questions and getting to know them, sometimes they never ask you that, and that's okay. Don't feel forced to have to do that, because this business isn't about that. It needs to feel natural. And another thing I really wanted you guys to think about is, what if you don't feel confident in saying that? I know when I very first started doing oils, I didn't dare tell people that. I wanted to lead with what I was already doing, and truthfully, it made it look like I wasn't being professional in the field that I wanted to be in. I would say, oh, I do this, oh, and I do a little bit of this, kind of. You hear that? That kind of, that uncertainty that I'm not quite sure what I do. And it was because I had my own limiting belief that I needed to get through and practice that. So that's the one skill. Whether maybe you're not shy, maybe you just don't quite know what to tell people when you're in a group of friends and someone asks you, hey, what have you been up to? Well, what have you been doing these days? Where have you been working these days? Any of those questions, I want each one of you guys to write it out exactly what you'd say to someone with what you do, and it can be anything. I help health coaches know how to incorporate essential oils into their business. Have you heard of essential oils before? I help moms, I help women, I help entrepreneurs. Whatever your kind of niche is, whoever you're talking to, I want you guys to write that out. End with, have you heard of essential oils before? With it. And I want you guys to put that on your mirror and just read it back to yourselves every day. Just sit there and practice that. So when someone asks you, it just rolls off your tongue naturally, that you feel confident in it, that you really start to believe that's what you do. Because if you feel a little uncomfortable saying it, maybe you're kind of hitting on a limiting belief right there that's not letting you get past that. And we need to reprogram our brain to know you are a professional in this. You know exactly what you're doing. You know how you can help them and how amazing these oils really are. So that is my little tip for you guys. Whether you are the shyest person in the world, that make sure that you sit down tonight and just write down. It's so easy. It's 2 lines. What you do, and have you heard of essential oils before, to kind of help them move them along in that conversation. There we go. I'm gonna mute everyone. Awesome. I don't know. Can you guys see each other at all in the video?
Can we see each other?
Yeah. Can you see Reese, and can you see the people that are on?
I can't see shit anymore, but I could see everybody.
Okay, cool. Cool. Do you guys have any kind of questions about that?
Get down, please.
Okay, awesome. Seriously, I want everyone on our team to do that, because even the shyest person can ask other people questions and be ready with their own response if the time comes. If not, no big deal. And because you guys are on the call, I have a giveaway, because what we're going to start doing in our little Daily Drop Society group is that every single week we're going to be doing this. And I'm going to get a set time that's going to be the same every single week. But we're just going to do quick little what's going on with doTERRA right now, any little promos, just a little bit of training or something that's really easy to work on mastering, like writing down what you do for work. And we're going to be doing that every single week, just a really quick call. Oh, Tisha, don't you even worry. I just read that. And every week we're going to be doing the giveaway. So the more people that get on, the more chances you have to win stuff, to put together samples, all that good stuff. So for today, only because I've been using it so much in our home right now, I have a Touch Kit peppermint stick that I'm going to be giving away, because my little girl's a little under the weather, and so we've been using it a lot to keep her body cool. And hey, Jet, come here, buddy. I'm going to have Jet pick a number, so it's random, so he doesn't know. but it's going to be in order of who popped on. So, hey, Jet, come here, buddy. Jet, come here.
Julie.
Uh-huh.
Cliff heard his name. And
Oh, did he perk up, Jet? I figure there's no better equal way to do it than having your kid come in and pick a number.
That's perfect.
Hold on, let me grab him. Okay. All right. Today was his first day of school. Jet, you get to do the honors, dude. I need you to pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. What number do you say, buddy? He says 3. Tisha, that's you, girl. I love it. Tisha, congrats.
Thanks, Sue. That's so kind of you.
Woohoo!
We love you to pieces, and we're so glad you're on. So, everyone else, let your teams know. We're just going to be doing this every week. I'll probably call on you guys to start helping with them. Just so you know, I may have you jump on and just teach a little piece, a little tip of something that you've been reading or learning. So start learning and brushing up on some good stuff, because I'll probably be calling on every single person on our team to help with these on Zoom. So awesome, guys. That's it, dude. We stayed under 15 minutes. So there we go. Super quick for you guys tonight. So thank you for being on. You guys are awesome.
thanks,
We'll talk to you
Jill.
guys later.
Thanks, Sue. You're amazing.
Love you guys.
Love you.
Bye.